Phil from Cathedral In Flames, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm the vocalist of Cathedral In Flames. Hope you maybe listen to our music, and I'm really like to be here with you, Mike, and to our friends over there, because we are now on Friday evening in the center of the Europe Magic Prague.
And how was that, starting a Gothic rock kind of band in Prague? Was that that must be something different?
So long time ago. Basically, it was still 80s, and I was the vocalist for the hardcore band. And Gatsby, who is with me, is with us for today, and he's the main, basically, author and instrumentalist. He bring me the MC tape. On one side was Sisters of Mercy Floodland, and on the other side was, I think, first album of Nephilim, maybe the second one. And it really, like, put my trousers down. And I felt so in love with that music. So basically, we discussed it. We were schoolmates, and we started the band immediately. And we basically, I didn't know how to sing, and he didn't know how to play bass or even other instrument. And we found two of our friends, and we went for the garbage garden to find the instruments for the industrial band. So, because we didn't know how to play the thing. And we started playing, and within the years, we created a band. We were just the classical drummer, bass, and guitar, and me as a singer. And we were riding around Czech Republic, making some concerts, some demos, but it was really hard. It was even before the fall of the Iron Curtain. So it wasn't so popular. And within the next 4 years, we're doing concerts after the revolution in the churches, abandoned churches, really nice stuff. And then, of course, the alcohol and drugs and all of that take over a little bit. So we split. The guitarist and the drummer went to make the basically dance music. And we were still in connection with Gatsby and we were friends. And it's 5 years ago. I remember that I was in the woods on some firework party, and he sent me a message with a MP3 file and said, "Hey, I'm making music." I didn't know that he's making music. He was making music. What do you think about it? And I said, "Well, I think that I got some lyrics for it." And he said, "Should you try to sing for it? Make a vocal line?" I said, "Fine." And then we made our first album within like 2 months. Wow. And we were back again, and we didn't make a concert yet with the new and find Ambra, who's excellent vocalist from his opera background, and she got some rewards in Czech Republic for her singing, which is always a challenge for me because I'm no singer. And Bilak the Whale, which is our guitarist, he got his own punk rock band, and he's making some music for some pop stars in Czech Republic. He's pretty famous. And we came together and we said, we want to start again. We bring our hats. I got my hat in a closet for 30 years, so I bring it on and we started, and then we make another album, and then freshly Count to Nine, our new album, which I sent you, and
Thank you very much for that.
With the vinyl version as well. So that's it. That's the history of the Cathedral In Flames.
Wow. And the name?
Yeah, at the start, we were like Katedrala, which is Czech for cathedral. Then we found out that there is a name, English band, doom metal band, called Cathedral. So we had to switch it somehow, and we came with In Flames, which is funny because after 2 years, there is another death metal band called In Flames. So even on some metal concerts, when somebody's wearing our T-shirt, they said, "Oh, I didn't know that Cathedral and In Flames were touring together." So it's pretty hard. But on the other hand, when the Paris Cathedral Notre Dame burned in flames, it was pretty nice promotion for our first album.
Exactly. But it's a great name.
We play that it's connected to the music, and it's not about really burning churches, but the image of the Cathedral in Flames is something that's really connected, like the Gothic monster giant building, which is nice and with a lot of effort built, and it's in flames, so it's part like monumental and of course part of the image destruction and they say, so it's kind of connected. We feel it really fits to our music.
It does, and it conjures up that image in your head of something really epic.
Yeah, and
you won't forget.
As we discussed before, we are really connected to Sisters and the Fields, and we feel the monumental part of that movement, even if I'm in our music. So we don't feel that monumental is something wrong with the music.
No, I think it's very, very good, and it has its place because it is. It fits in so perfectly. There's somewhere in between that you're there, but you've also got something very unique to yourselves, and I think that shines through. And I think it's the way you do the vocals. Those vocals come across so incredibly. They're emotional at the same time as exciting. They've got everything in that, and I've heard that especially in your new album.
Yeah,
it's got that depth. The vocals are just incredible, whether they're the faster vocals or the slower, but it's the way you've got the haunting female backing alongside yours, and it just goes so well. It fits perfectly.
Yeah, I think that the vocals are fitted together really well, and I'll have to push myself to be a partner for Ambra as a vocalist, because I don't feel myself as a vocalist. I'm more of a storyteller, and I'm doing my best.
It works. And you've also, between you've got that image that you portray with your hats and the way you dress. That adds to it all, and it's almost like a Western look.
I think that it's something that we came up because all of us love Westerns.
Yeah.
We basically, on our last album, we got Pale Rider, which is homage to Clint Eastwood. And there is even a quote from him at the beginning. And I think it's inseparable from our music. That there's Gatsby as a composer. He's doing a lot of film stuff, basically panoramic, kinematic stuff in the music, and sometimes it comes out, sometimes not, because of course we got discussions, and some songs, as they are basically when they are born, they are going to different path where they ended. Sometimes it's for example, the Summertime was really at the beginning was kind of Nick Cave Western ballad, and when we were thinking about it, then we came with this sick dance rhythm, which I feel that kicked the song really well. And they are, of course, the other stuff we are. Now we are thinking about what to do next after the album, and because we are already in the process of writing, and I think that there will be more of this Western or country elements on the next album.
So I know you and Gatsby do the music. Is it Ambra?
Yep. Ambra is doing her vocals, of course.
Yeah.
And we are writing for her. She's not the part of the creative process, but on the other hand, as she is the musical knowledge, because we don't know the notes and the diagrams, she sometimes makes her advisory as a composer. And it's funny because sometimes she said, this is not allowed to do that in music. And we said, but we like it. No, it's not. So there are discussions more of that way than in than in composing stuff. And Bilak is famous and brilliant guitarist, and he, for the first time, he bring his song to Penetrate Me for the album, which is I totally loved from the first moment I heard it. I had to write, because this is the song when he wrote even the vocal line, and it was in much higher register, of course. So I have to rewrite it and put it into my line. But I think it came out really well.
Wow. I mean, you've put out so many good tracks, and it's hard to say which is the best song or which is my favorite, or because you seem to be constantly bringing out my favorite, and it's really, really unusual.
Blushing.
Pardon?
I'm blushing.
Oh, I mean, the song, going back to your previous album,
Yeah.
Hang Me High, Bury Me Deep. What a song.
Yeah, this is what we discussed before. This is the Western element and the desperado feeling, and this is something we love. This is I think that it was the song which was created for our last album, and it was the first song where we feel that everything clicked together, because the first album was kind of we were finding ourselves as all the bands are doing on the first album. We were trying the things, we were finding the basically good bunch of people around us, and on the second album we clicked, and I feel but that on the last album, Count to Nine, we put it on the higher level even. And it's even thanks to our new producer, John Fryer, who really made an amazing job with mixing the album.
Wow. And you also had Black Train.
Yeah.
And
there's
another one that came through so strong.
This is the song where basically we were thinking at the time, if the ending, which is really like kind of black metal, really speed stuff, if it's not too much, and then we feel that no, it finds with the music, and that was the moment we found, don't think about like to be that vocalist or sound like something else, do anything we want, and from that moment we basically start to do and we never look back again.
You've just come up with some amazing ones, and on your new album, Release the Pain.
Yep.
Oh, I just found that such an amazing song, and it's emotional as well. And sometimes Gothic rock it's kind of just there, isn't it? It's great music, but it's just, there isn't quite the emotion that you always get in other music. But you've managed to take Gothic rock and put emotion through it. And I mean, I wrote down a few notes about how I thought about it earlier, and I just described it as emotional, beautiful, and a masterclass of how to write a Gothic song that hits you really hard. It's good. It is really, really good. It's brilliant.
This is something with that we basically stopped thinking about us as a Gothic rock band, and because we know that it's in our DNA, the Gothic rock, it's there, and we start just to like express ourselves freely. Yeah. So we are not making like goth rock music anymore. We are doing our own music and fuck everybody who thinks something else. Because we got, of course, the discussions that there are some like gatekeepers who said you are not doing this and you are doing. And I said, I don't care. We got the song on the last album, the first one, which was Love Us or Hate Us. It doesn't matter. We are the gods. We are the goths, and that basically feels good because it's there because we don't like if somebody says, "Oh, it's not goth rock" or "This is goth rock," and put more elements of this. We feel that it's the music, and we are expressing ourselves the way we want, and we feel that this is the pure Gothic rock.
because it's coming from your heart, I guess.
Yeah, we were, as I told you, we are deeply connected, and we are living with that for so long. On the other hand, we are not. I'm, to be honest, not listening to any, like, finding new music. I'm more into the old stuff, like I'm looking forward to a new Red Lorry album, but
Yeah,
we're not like new sensation seekers in that kind of stuff. So this is how we feel ourselves, that we are old school and we are proud.
that's the problem with these people who are gatekeepers. They're just annoying.
Yeah, that's
They are just annoying. I mean, the whole idea. I mean, Gothic music obviously was an offshoot of punk. Punk's whole idea was do what you want, how you want, and be what you want. And you're doing exactly that in the style that you want, what you guys love, what you feel. So no one should say, "Oh, that's not goth, that's not goth, that's not goth. That is, but that isn't." And it's like, stop it.
Yeah, this is something when I'm recording vocals in a great studio in Czech Republic, and there was the friend of mine from another Gothic Czech rock band, and he said, "This is death metal what you are doing," and I said, "Listen at the end, because this is the part of when you want to the choruses to be monumental, not only with Umbra. The trick is that I'm putting down the slow murmur in the background. You basically, when you hear the final mix, you can't hear it, but it makes more deeper monumental sound." And he said, "This is not how to make it." And I said, "I don't know any other way how to make it, and this is exactly how I want to sound it."
Yep. I remember it's a long time ago now, but I remember when Sisters of Mercy first kind of were around, and they were saying that they had this cheap kind of Casio keyboard,
Yeah.
and they were recording in the bedroom of a friend, and that was how they were doing it because that's all they had. But they were doing what they loved, music.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember when we were doing our first demo, and it was the band playing in my mother's kitchen with the tape recorder in the corner. So if you start a song and somebody made a mistake, you had to stop because everybody was playing loud. And then, of course, the cassette, the MC sounded totally awful.
yeah.
It was something that we didn't expect, but it was the only way how to do it. And we were so surprised that they were playing it on the radio from the MC tape that we said, "Oh, maybe, but we did something good but we cannot hear it." But on the other hand, the good thing is that the at the moment the internet and all the social networks, they basically let us make music how we want it, because you can spread it all around the world. We have the nice record company who basically they doesn't give a, they said do what you want.
Oh, that's
And
good.
the thing is that it's we are not making money on the music, so basically what we made on the second album we put into production of the third, and this is why we can work with John Fryer and make some and of course it took some time, but we are really proud of it. And it's the first moment when I heard the record after it was mixed, and I was listening to it some like 2 weeks ago, and I said, "Wow, I would not change the note on it. It sounds amazing," which is even surprising for me, and I'm totally happy with that because it never happened before.
And what about live? Do you do live?
Sure.
Yeah, because I know some bands when they're newer they don't do live yet, and I just wondered because I mean I would love to see you guys sometime live.
We are working on it because it's something that we were doing. The thing is, when we split in the 90s, it was because we hate live concerts and touring, like 7 days in a row, every
Yeah.
day concert. You are in some club, then you have to sleep in the back of the club or in some cheap motel, which is fine when you are 25. Now
Yeah.
it's a little bit different, even with the families. But we are working on how to make our music sound live and good, and this is our challenge for the next year.
Wow, that'd be nice.
Got some nice offers for the concert, or basically all around Europe. But this is something that and I like to say that it's like with the running. You can be running for the 100 meters, and then you are running for marathon runner, and it's two different disciplines. To make an album and to make a fine concert, and we want to make the concert at least as good as we feel that our album is.
So how far are you reaching out now with your fan base? Have you reached past Europe?
Yeah, we are basically the thing is with Gothic Rock that it's kind of underground and kind of little bit ghetto, but the thing is that there are really Gothic enthusiasts all around the world. So if I was looking before we were reaching to other, that we are the most played now in Mexico, which is a surprise for me. Of course, United States, we got a lot of plays in Australia, all around Europe, and even there are some Japan guys who are reaching to us. So this is something we like that we are connected all around the world.
I know Mexico is. A couple of bands have mentioned Mexico.
Yeah. I was surprised.
They're actually doing quite well for kind of the alternative music things now. There's spelled EGGVN, Egven. They sing with goats' heads on. But
Yeah,
they
I saw
are
them somewhere on YouTube.
yeah, they are really good. They're industrial metal, I guess, but they are so good. They really are good.
Yeah, the great thing with the music that they basically you can reach the good band basically all around the world, and you don't have to focus just on the main media. By the way, we're on the biggest newspaper in Czech Republic. We received really nice review last week, which is for us as an underground band really great when you see this Grammy Awards artists with the albums, and then we got 90% from 100 for our little small Gothic Rock album. So we are proud for it.
But you might say it's a small little Gothic Rock album, but it is a brilliant album. I mean, that goes without saying. You know, you listen to that and you can listen and listen and listen and just enjoy it every single time. It's so good. And wow, what was that song I was listening to today? And I just thought, yeah, that's really got it. It's Deep Grave.
Yeah, the first song. It's the fastest song we ever made.
Yes, I know. It was completely out of it, threw me because I thought, what? And then, but you still managed to make this fast song in a Gothic style. And it was like, how have you done that? This doesn't happen at that speed, but it's working.
Yeah, this is the song that when on some Gothic party somebody said you are, as a Gothic rock band, Gothic rock band, you are not allowed to start the song with this rock and roll riff.
Yeah.
But I said, hey, Motorhead start with the riff. AC/DC start the song with the riff. Why don't us? And of course, then it goes off the rails to the more Gothic and witchcraft atmosphere. But this was some little bit. We are putting small personal jokes into our songs, and this is one of them. That it starts like the proto metal song, and then it takes the U-turn.
In a way, it kind of reminds me, not in its music style, but in the way you've done that as an introduction. Do you remember the Ramones' Endless Vacation? that was slow, and then all of a sudden it just goes completely off the rails fast, then slows down again, and it's like it's just
This
what
is
you've
something
done.
we'll have to make. The thing is because of course we were they said like, hey, listen guys, this is Fields of the Nephilim clone, and I think we know that we of course we love the Fields, but we are not the clones.
No,
So
definitely
we
not.
put the Dreaming in the Witch House as a homage to Fields of Nephilim and try to make this Nephilim vibe. Even of course we are not able to make the Fields of the Nephilim clone. But this is our way to make the close to Nephilim. And in Penetrate Me, I'm singing about our favorite bands, which is Sisters, Mission, Fields, Nick Cave, and of course late Johnny Cash.
But it comes across, but there's no way it's when people say that you're a Fields of the Nephilim clone, that's not true, because you've got your own uniqueness there. Yeah, you might hear the influences, but it's not a clone. You have there's no clone there at all.
The thing is that some the people are different than we are in Czech Republic said that we are the doing the Rammstein, and I said I can hear and I agree that that you can hear the Fields of Nephilim in our music, but I don't hear the Rammstein there.
No. Another very different style band, isn't it? Completely.
Yeah.
But no, you've got a unique style, which I just think that it needs to be heard by a lot more people, because I think, especially like traditional older goths, like I was into that kind of thing when I was young, and I just think if those people heard your music, if it could get out there a bit more, I think there'd be such a growth in it, because it is up there with the best, and it's unique to you.
Oh, thank you.
There's no other goth band that sounds quite like you, because you've got that unique style. And I think having the female backing has just added that dimension.
Definitely, it's more melody, more sweetness, more emotions.
Yeah.
I agree. I was at the beginning when Gatsby said we need a female vocalist in a band. I said, okay, let's do it with some studio female singer. And he said, no, I want somebody who is connected to the music, and he was totally right.
Yeah,
was the fine is great. Not only good looking, extremely talented vocalist, but she got a true heart in the music as well.
Yeah, but I think you all have, because I think that comes across in the music you put out. You can hear that you've all put your heart and soul into every song you record and play. That you want that to be heard in its best light, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's working so well. But that female vocalist in the background, that's just enough, just to make that unique stamp on Cathedral In Flames, which is brilliant. It really is. It's just something that the others don't have.
We are always trying to think a little bit out of the box. Because if I imagine our album just singing me as a singer, it will be boring and monotone. So, and even this is something that basically sometimes I miss in the modern albums, that you hear one song, which is great, then you get second, fine, and then the third, same formula. Basically, you got the album, I got the 9 similar songs. So this is why we are always thinking, because we are old-fashioned guys, how to make it sound and make the different tempos, and even thinking how the songs will be put together on record version, on a side E, vinyl, side B, which is the song to start, which is the song to end, and this is how we think about it.
Yeah, that you can see the care or you can hear the care and love that's gone into your albums. I mean, from your first album to your second album, and I I love your first album so much. It's hard for me to say that your second album, it's got better and better because I just love the first album so much. I really do. It just packs such a punch, but then you've come along with this second album that, yeah, probably it is better, but I don't want to say that because I don't want to disrespect the first album, which I love.
I have to say we were totally different band, even like not personal, but in the beginning, this is the first one was really like kind of our attitude, our anger, our experience for 20 years mixed together and split out on the record. Then we will start a little bit to think about it. I know that I will, if I'm doing the first album, the songs, I will sing them totally different, maybe write lyrics a little bit different, make it sound a little bit different. But of course, still, for me, and I think that for all of us, it's a child. And if you got children, you don't say, I don't like you, I don't like you, I don't like you. And the good thing that we got the time, so we are not putting the records really often. We are making some singles, which basically are done because we want to try new studio or the new some co-producer. But otherwise, we take our time to make the album.
Yeah, it's probably the best way. Take your time, get it right, and have it exactly as you want. And don't worry about the gatekeepers, that's for sure. That's all I can say on that one is just ignore the gatekeepers completely. So what's next for you guys apart from the album? Is that just getting ready
we are
for
thinking about this live, the concert stuff, which is something that I think that this is something that will take us another 6 months now to prepare it and start with it. And of course, we are writing always the songs for the next album. So I got one song from Gatsby, and I'm put down some lyrics. So now I'm demoing it, and we will see what happens next. Because basically, when I was starting doing music, and somebody told me, "Hey, you will be doing album with John Frere in Los Angeles, USA." I said, "Fuck, yeah, dream on, dream on."
yeah.
And so this is something that we are thinking about because it was awesome experience with great sound. We are still in contact with John. He's willing to make another album with us, but we are thinking about but basically we don't want to make the like repeat another album in the same direction. So now I think that we will be more playing with the Western vibes, and on the other hand, Gatsby as a bass guitar player, he started to play more guitar. He started to play more keyboards. So I think that this is something that we don't know whether we know the road. We are going on the road, but we don't know where it goes.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I take it he got his name is something from the Great Gatsby?
Yeah, sure. He's
Yeah.
very Scott Fitzgerald friend, but it was our names even from the 80s when
Oh, wow.
yeah, it basically is our nicknames from the school.
Oh, that's fair enough. So you were at school together?
Yeah, we're schoolmates.
Wow, that's incredible. And
This is where, as I told you, I was a singer in a hardcore band,
yeah.
and he gave me the cassette with Sisters and the Fields, and changed my life. So that's it. We basically this is something that the normal band will not do it because I got a cancer 2 years ago, so I was unable to make any music, and I said, hey, we have to finish the album. How we do it? And Gatsby said, we got the time. We will wait. So another 6 months, and I'm clear.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
That's good.
Yeah.
And on January, we were basically planning our move to Los Angeles for mixing it. our best friend, who was the bodyguard of our band in the 90s, the Czech writer Zdeněk Vlk. He got a bad accident with the brain damage. He's still in the hospital.
Oh,
It's delicate to him, so it was another wait. But we said, we have time. We are not going to. We don't have to fulfill something. When it comes out, it comes out. So I don't know. I hope that it will take us less than another 3 years, but we will see. Who knows?
well, health has to come first before anything else. But
I'm joking that the look at the sisters, look at the Fields. They are not getting out new albums every 2 years. So
no, that's true. That is true.
that's the only thing we got together with these bands.
But you look at those bands. No one would have thought they would have gone global eventually.
Sure, and we feel ourselves, we are still a little band from Prague, really underground, and just thanks to internet and the iTunes and Spotify and YouTube, and when you can find out that something is connected, and the ball is rolling, that the people are calling from around the world. I love to see when they are sending out unboxing of the albums. And I'm doing interviews now with you. 2 hours later, I'm doing some with somebody from Los Angeles. We are planning now something in Japan. Now we won some Greece, not Greece, I think, but it's some alternative hit parade in totally other country where we never been. We were in last year, we went with our Rebel for 6 weeks in German Deutsche Alternative chart.
Wow.
Which is that when I'm looking on it, and as a guy from Czech Republic, from small town Prague, I'm living my dream, Gothic dream.
Yeah. Well, that's it, isn't it? I mean, you don't know when it could just fall into place properly, and all of a sudden, everywhere. You don't know.
Maybe, and if not, I don't care, because I love making music. I love singing. I love writing songs, and that's something what's matter. If there is some more people who like it, of course, it's better. I'm not saying that I want to make music just for myself, but basically, yeah, that's the first reason, that this is something that we need to express ourselves.
But you never know where things go, because I remember where I used to live in England, there was 2 towns not too far away from each other, 2 punk bands, hated each other because they were from 2 different towns, and they were basically almost confined to that little area.
Yeah.
And now one is constantly touring Japan and the other one is constantly touring America.
Yeah.
They were punk bands from the late 70s. And all of a sudden they've gone from this little towns they were in, and they go all over the place.
I was surprised. I thought that the Gothic Rock is something that basically went away with the 80s and 90s, and I feel that there's really at the moment the Gothic Rock revival. That there are a lot of bands, even on the more popular scene. There are a lot of bands that they are taking from and paying homage to the old Gothic Rock bands. So yeah, I think we are on the move, but as I said, we don't care.
No, I think you're right, though. I think things are where it looked like they'd going away. I don't think it has. I think it's slowly creeping in to other music, and it's expanding in a way. I think mainstream music has lost its variety. It's lost its soul. It's all about the same thing, basically.
Yeah. I feel that some of the songs, even they are like AI generated, because sometimes you feel like I heard it even before, not the melody, but the arrangements, the parts of the song, and this is something that basically, of course, I'm not hating it, but the thing that I don't care. But there are some bands that really they are connected somehow, even they are doing maybe it's not the best vocalist in the world. They are not playing well, but they got some feel, some energy, some vibe, some atmosphere. This is what I'm seeking in the music.
Yeah, and if you hear them live, they're awful. I hate saying that, but some of them are really awful. But then it's all a lot of it's so manufactured.
Yeah,
It's just record companies just churning out
yeah.
mass
In
produced
the
rubbish.
radio generated playlists and stuff like that. I was really sometimes ago, some years ago, I was thinking about it, and I was basically pissed off, and now I said there is only two kind of music. One I like, and the other one I don't listen to. And once you got it in there, that's fine, because I'm not listening to the radio. I got some albums. Somebody's sending me their demos. Sometimes it's funny even that somebody from the other side of the globe recommends me a band which is great, and they got only one demo, and you cannot find even on iTunes or Spotify. And you have to go to YouTube or even some MP3s.
Yeah.
But it got the vibe, and this is what makes the music great. That when I was sick, and of course this is that you go to the doctor for the basic check, and they said, "Hey, listen, we got some bad news." And said, "What? I got high pressure or something like that." And said, "No, you got cancer." So I was really depressed, to be honest. I was.
Yeah.
And I quit drugs and I quit alcohol a long time ago. And I was driving home and thinking about it. And then I put the song, which is not a Gothic song, Gothic Rock song. I don't know the band maybe, but it was like the lyrics were make some pressure. What happened when you lose everything? You just start again. And it was my motivation, and I started going for the long runs. I got going to radiation, to chemotherapy, and I never gave up. And it was thanks to the music. I was thinking about the music, I was writing songs, I was listening to the music, and I think that was the part of the healing process, definitely.
Yeah. Music can help. The right music can help. And I'm glad you did. I'm glad you got through it as well, because that was awful, obviously. Not a nice time to go through, I guess.
No, never again.
No, nobody wants that, do they? Philippe, is there anything else you would like to mention that I've probably forgotten?
I don't think so. You were so kind, and as I said, I'm blushed from so many compliments. So listen to the good music. Maybe try listen to Cathedral In Flames. Thank you, Mike, for your invitation, and
More than welcome.
we'll keep in touch. Thank you very much.
Definitely. And thank you. It was absolutely a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
Definitely.
Okay.